Okay, so the Women's Rugby League World Cup has also started, and it hasn't really had the press that it should do. It's only got 6 teams minor. You've got Australia, Papua New Guinea, England, Canada, the Cook Islands, and New Zealand. So it's only 2 groups of 3. We've all played, all the games apart from the final are played at Cronulla in their stadium, and the final gets played in Brisbane when the men's final takes place. It's a doubleheader. England won their first game against Papua New Guinea. Australia beat the Cook Islands, and I'm assuming New Zealand beat Canada. But at the same, yes. So the results are: England won 36-8. Australia smashed the Cook Islands 58-4, and New Zealand beat Canada 50 points to 4. So it's basically a 2-tier international tournament. There's only 3 sides that really can win. Favourites are, well, the holders are Australia. The favourites are New Zealand. England are first favourites. It's basically that's it really. There's only 6 teams. Unfortunately, it's obviously clearly a smaller tournament than the men's game, which is unfortunate. So, but it's a growing sport in women's sport. Hopefully, with it now reaching the consensus that it is, it will eventually grow as quick as possible. In the men's side of things, Australia are still the outstanding favourites, and yeah, we'll just have to. I'm only making a quick little video. So the first round of games got played this morning in Australia. Well, last night really. England won the first game. We won well against Papua New Guinea. It's their national sport. So New Zealand and Australia, I think that's going to be the final. That's my viewpoint on it. So it's difficult to really say how competitive this competition is going to be. On the other note, I only found out that the Women's World Cup was taking place this morning. It hasn't been well advertised. There's no games shown live at all, so it's a complete just non-event according to the BBC. They've only got crappy highlights of it. It's not well followed. The media aren't really bigging it up at all, which I think is appalling. So that's my viewpoint on it. I've had discussions about rugby league on this channel, whether the Super League and NRL can develop the games at the lower levels and in the North America and women's game before. The fact that they are getting a chance to actually have the final on the same day as the men's final is brilliant. That's a great way to showcase the game in a double header. That's good, but more can be done. The fact only 6 teams are taking part is just shows the lack of depth in women's rugby league. It has a long way to go before it's comparable with the men's game. The same can be said for union as well. I recently watched the Rugby Union World Cup women's. Again, shows up the complete lack of depth outside Australia, New Zealand and England, really, and Ireland, and some of the European nations. It really does show that the game has got a long way to grow, both codes. But it is good to see that they are taking it as reasonably serious as possible. They're trying to keep the travel costs down for all the teams by hosting it all in Sydney and then the final in Brisbane, so it's just keeping the travel costs as low as possible, which is a good sign. Bearing in mind, a lot of these women are part-timers, they're not full-time. They have jobs they've had to give up and go and leave to play in this tournament. So, again, that's got to be taken into consideration. I haven't seen any of the matches yet. I'll be watching the highlights when I can. By all accounts, we played well, Australia played well, New Zealand played well. Obviously, PNG, Canada and Cook Islands have all got to play their other games, and they're going to be more competitive when they play the lower ranked nations, which is fine. So we'll have to see what comes of it all, really. But it's great to see that it's their 5th tournament in the World Cup. Obviously, the men's tournament's going for years, so there's a big differential. But we'll see what occurs by the end and how many people turn up for the double header before they actually watch the final. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.